I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know.
I pray we'll find your light.
I pray we'll find your light.
And hold it in our heart.
And hold it in our heart.
When stars go out each night.
When stars go out each night.
Remind us where you are.
Remind us where you are.
Oh, let this be our prayer.
Let this be our prayer.
When shadows fill our day.
When shadows fill our day.
Oh, lead us to a place.
Guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be saved. A world where pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended, and we'll remember we are God's children, reaching out to touch you, reaching to the sky. We ask that life be kind
We ask that life be kind
and watch us from above.
and watch us from above.
We hope it's so we'll find.
We hope it's so we'll find
Another soul to love.
another soul to let this
Don't remember me with sadness. Don't remember me with tears. Remember all the good times shared throughout the years. Now I'm contented that my life was worthwhile because I know by loving you that I made you smile. When you are walking down the street and you've got me on your mind, I'm walking with you in your footsteps just behind. So please don't be unhappy just because I'm out of sight. Remember that I'm with you every morning, noon and night. A good afternoon and a warm welcome to you all. I also welcome those who are watching in via our live stream. We gather to honour and mourn the life of Kevin Ronald Johnstone, better known to you all as Hooker, who passed away at Rubicon Grove Nursing Home on Wednesday the 19th of August. He was ready to go, but that doesn't make it any easier for those left behind, his loving family. My name's Matt, and on behalf of myself and my wife Jenna of Westella Funerals, we wish to pass on our deepest sympathies to you all at this sad time, and we thank Kevin's beautiful family for entrusting us with today's farewell for Kevin. But to commence our service here today, some of Kevin's family are going to come forward and light some candles for his soul. May the glow of these flames here be your source of hope now and forever, letting you burn bright within our hearts, Kevin. Today we have a very special love story to remember. Kevin and Anita shared their lives for over 63 years. So many good times, a beautiful family created, and a love so special. When Anita died, a very significant part of Kevin died with her. Those who knew him saw just how deeply that loss affected him. After 2 long years apart from his darling wife, they both would be so happy to be reunited back together again. We can perhaps allow ourselves to think of this as not simply a goodbye to Kevin, but as a homecoming, a reuniting, a return to the person with whom he shared so much of his life with. We have a lot of gratitude for the great man that he was, for all that he gave, and for all the memories that he's left behind. His family will continue to carry these memories, and perhaps that is what life ultimately becomes, not simply the years that we've lived, but the memories we leave in people's hearts. And family mattered enormously to Kevin. He was always there, mainly doting on his loving wife, Anita. His kids, Jill, Tracy and Glenn, were his world until the grandkids came along, and they soon took over, where Kevin was the best pop. And he loved his lollies, mainly anything toffee, and we have quite a few down the back, so be sure to help yourself today, along with mowing lawns and pottering in the garden, and his love of horses, greyhounds and the trots. Maybe we all should go and put a bet on for him this afternoon. His family did put a bet on this morning, and I think the race is at 2 o'clock, so there could be a winner there, and he's got the ticket in with him, so maybe we won't be collecting any dollars today. Among other things, Kevin was a good shopper, not just general household items, but he was known for buying really good presents. And what about him having a mobile phone after Anita died? Running out of phone credit, the random calls, and then sometimes phoning all the time. But it will be all of these little things that you will remember. The quiet moments, the smiles, the laughter, his funny sayings. And although it might seem hard right now, but it will be the memories of all these little things that will help push away the pain and bring back the smiles again. We're now going to open up the family photo albums and reflect back on Kevin's life whilst listening to a beautiful song.
The older I get, the more I think you only get a minute, better live while you're in it, 'cause it's gone in a blink. And the older I get, the truer it is. It's the people you love, not the money and stuff that makes you rich. And if they found a fountain of youth, I wouldn't drink a drop, and that's the truth. Funny how it feels, I'm just getting to my best years yet. The older I get, the fewer friends I have. But you don't need a lot, and the ones that you got have always got your back. And the older I get, the better I am in knowing when to give and when to just not give a damn. And if they found a fountain of youth, I wouldn't drink a drop, and that's the truth. Funny how it feels, I'm just getting to my best years yet. The older I get. Souvenirs and little signs of the life I've lived. The older I get, the longer I pray. I don't know why, I guess that I've got more to say. And the older I get, the more thankful I feel for the life I've had and all the life I'm living still.
What a great collection of photos. I think we can all tell who's going to look like, what they're going to look like when they're 85, especially the one of them together asleep in the chair. And speaking of Glenn, I wish to invite Glenn to please come forward and share some tributes with us.
Thanks, mate. So you alluded to me. I look like Dad at 85, yeah. Anyway, thank you. I get this gig a little bit, so on behalf of our family, we'd like to begin by thanking everyone that's here today, and those have sent their condolences. We've received countless phone calls, emails, texts, flowers, meals and visits. Been very comforting during this difficult time, and I think it's reminders of the impact that our dad had on so many other people. So, Kevin Ronald Johnstone, the alias was Hooker. I'm not sure how he got that nickname. Someone probably knows that in this room. He was born on the 21st of the 5th, 1941 in Queenstown to Thomas and Doris Johnstone. Dad was the third youngest of 13 children, and the family home, if people who know Queenstown, was at the top of Spine Cop, which actually looks over the gravel oval in Queenstown. Dad left Queenstown for Bronte, as I understand, where he commenced work with the HEC. This started many years of service with the HEC and many different locations that he and Mum were at during his working life. Dad predominantly employed in the transport operations of the HEC, driving trucks for many years, and he eventually moved into a supervisory role in later years. And the irony was that Dad actually finished his working life back in Queenstown when he retired. Then Dad met the love of his life, our amazing mother Anita, in Ooze. I did talk about this at Mum's funeral, but he did dispute it, but it's right. The story goes that Mum was standing near a power pole outside the local hotel when they met. Dad tried to tell Tracy that was incorrect, but I don't think that's right. And it's fair to say that Hooker could pick a good woman back then, and they were married in a registry office in Launceston, unbelievably on April Fool's Day. So Dad had a great saying that you only got 10 years for murder, but you know, years for your marriage. So in 1960, Gillian arrived, and in 63, Tracy was born. And in 67, I joined the family. I became the baby boy, much to the girls' disappointment, but that's a joke between us. So Dad's interests were family number one, and then horse racing sat probably in second position. I didn't sit, it actually did sit in second position. And third place went to, which we've heard about, ride on lawnmowers, whippersnippers, and his passion for gardening. He had another love, and that was the Collingwood Football Club. And a bit like me, he didn't see a lot of their games. Most of them were spent in the bedroom, on the bed, with the door shut, singing out, "Nita, what's going on?" Because I can remember Mum she'd sit there and tap her leg when we got close. But the irony of all that was, at about 2 o'clock the next morning, Dad would be sitting up watching the replay of the Magpies game that night. I should add, Dad was a pretty capable footballer according to him, and a cricketer as well. He loved telling me he played centre-half back, and the full-back would constantly come up to him and say, "Hooker, can you let something pass? I'm getting absolutely bored back here." And he had a great saying, if you couldn't be a footballer, you needed to look like one, so he was big on that. One of his loves was Home and Away. 7 o'clock of a night, he'd watch that. He'd ring me about 7:30, 7:35, I'd ring, and he'd go, "If you're ever unemployed, go to Summer Bay. Everyone gets a job. If you need a major operation, go there because they operate on everything. And if police officers, they never stop there. There's crime happening all the time." He absolutely loved Home and Away. He loved dressing up. He got around the yard in his blue working trousers and his singlets and his hats, but when we went out, Dad was absolutely elite in dressing up. He'd walk outdoor, "How do I look, Nita?" and backwards and forwards. But he did love dressing up. And Mum would always say your father would talk to a telegraph pole when we were out. He did love to chat and chat to anyone. But it's the phone calls that Matt alluded to which we need to talk about. When Mum was alive, we'd ring and Dad would talk to me about horse racing, and then he'd say, "I'll give you to your mother." And that would be the end of the call. But when he went to Rubicon, the whole dynamics changed. Dad rang constantly, 16, 17, 18 missed calls. I wanted to relay what he did say to me constantly, and there is a swear word involved. He would ring me and he'd say, "What are you doing?" And I'd say, "I'm at home or I'm at work." "I'm no good, Glenn." And I'd go, "What's wrong with you, Dad?" "Well, if I fucking knew, I'd tell you." So, excuse my language, but that was nearly every day. non-stop. And then the next question would be, where are they racing today? So, yeah, the phone did become his friend. He didn't really like it until he got into the home, and I think it was an outlet for him. Many a missed call. But yeah, no, Dad loved the interest, like with horses and everything. He spent time as a track curator at the Devonport Paceway, where he looked after the track. He did time driving the Law and Greyhound racing, mobile for harness racing, both Burnie and Devonport. And he loved his time working with horses generally, harness horses in particular. But the thing he loved doing most of all is punting them. So Dad's time at home at Shearwater, I think, was made a little easier for him because he could actually have a bet, and it was an enjoyment and gave him some peace of mind. We found this note when we cleaned his room out. He left a note and it read like this: best jockeys of this era. Now some people might know who they are, but James McDonald, Zach Purton, Darren Beedman, Joe Marira, Hugh Bowman, Blake Shane Dye, Damien Oliver and Damien Lane. Then he stated, Koa is to get this telephone. It's an absolutely magnificent phone, isn't it, Koa? And when he is allowed and old enough to punt, he's to back only two trainers, Chris Waller and Kieran Maher. And he signed off by writing, I love yous all family. And I just want to thank a young lady at Rubicon called Monica, was Monica, wasn't it? Yes, who would pop in and has two twin daughters, and they would actually knock on Dad's glass door and sing out, hello, Kev. And he'd say, come in and have some lollies. So Monica came in to see Dad hours before he passed, and he actually laid there and told her he loved her. So she had a real soft spot for Dad. It was lovely. Like our dad, he lived a life marked by quiet strength and a steady purpose. Dad led by example, showing up day after day, doing what we needed to be done and caring for others in the process, particularly Mum. Dad, you taught us lessons we'll carry for the rest of our lives. How to be responsible, work hard, face life challenges with courage and grace. Thanks for everything, your wisdom, particularly your patience and your strength, and most of all, your love. So, I think I couldn't finish off here without giving you a tip for Saturday. So, Randwick on Saturday, I had a quick look before I came. It's a horse running called Fangirl, which people would know. It's a dual acceptor, but whatever race it runs in, have something on that. And Sandown race 9, there's a horse number 11 called Tennessee Bound, which will be ridden by a young man by the name of Johnstone, got the E on the end, who I've become a fan of, who is Tasmanian now, riding in Melbourne. That horse will go very well. We just like to thank everyone. I particularly too want to thank Matt and Jenna and all the staff here at Westella for everything they've done for us since Dad's passing. It's greatly appreciated by our family. I don't want to promote to get here as quick as you can, but I don't get a spotter's fee, do I? No. But anyway, they're absolutely magnificent, as you can see by everything. It's fantastic. So, like, there's not much more I can add from that part of it, only that, you know, Dad, everyone knew him. He was the best. So I've got a couple of things here that's been written by the family. This is from Tracy. I will miss visiting you so much. I will miss walking in to see you, sitting beside you and sharing at that time together. I will miss organising your treat corner and making sure all your favourites were there. I will especially miss the weekly shopping when more than $100 have somehow disappeared on lollies, drinks and chips. I'm going to miss your voice more than I can put into words. You must have known this would be the case because you would call almost every minute of every day. Sometimes you would leave a message. Oh, you got a message, did you? Oh. I used to get put on hold. Even if it's only words, and at a time I didn't realise just how precious those little messages would become. Now I have them to hold on to. I'll listen to your voice, hear your words and remember that you were thinking of me and wanted to talk to me. And I will keep those messages with so much love. Thank you for mowing our lawns. You took such pride in keeping them beautifully manicured and we all knew how much the lawns meant to you. But on the rare occasion, your son-in-law, Buzz, would sometimes sneak in and mow the lawns, thinking he was doing you a favour, helping you out. But you would always know and you would come out with that fatherly question, did you mow the lawns, Buzz? Those little moments are the memories we'll treasure the most. The everyday things that seem so ordinary at the time but now mean everything. All the kids will miss their Poppy. To them, you are their superhero. Always there, always ready to help, and never making them feel anything was too much trouble. You have a place in every one of their hearts. You made them feel loved, important and safe. You will always be their superhero, Dad, and you'll always be your beautiful grand and great-grandchildren. Your love will live on through them all. Caring for Mum was never a bother to you. You cared for her for so many years with patience, love and devotion, and you never made it feel like a burden. You were simply there for her day after day because you loved her. We will be forever grateful that Mum had you beside her for all those years. We know how much you missed Mum after she passed away and your heart was broken, but you are finally together again. No more sadness, no more pain, just you and our beautiful Mum together again. Yeah, I can hear Mum now. If I could give you one last thing, Dad, it would be the last chance to hear me say it properly. Thank you. Thank you for loving Mum. Thank you for loving all of us. Thank you for everything you did every day without asking for anything in return. You'll always be my Dad, Pops. You'll always be loved. You'll always be missed until we meet again, Dad. I will keep you close in my heart. You can rest now. I have you with me always, and I love you, Dad. And this one for Gillian. Today, I'm not saying goodbye to Dad. I will say, see you later, Pop, or old mate, as I sometimes called him. Dad was the best father. He was always there for me with his love, guidance and support. Dad was the most wonderful grandfather and great-grandfather. His love he shared with them was enormous, and they gave him so much happiness every moment he spent with them. But when I think of Dad, what really stands out most is his love he had for Mum. He loved her deeply, cared for her, shared many years of life memories and challenges by her side. Thank you so much. I love you, Dad. Rest peacefully, old mate, until we meet again. So I think, yeah, that's just from the girls, and I can't add much more than what they've written about him. I think, you know, he's where he needed to be now. There's a struggle, but he's with Mum and he can ring her up on the phone, so it should be good. Carl, would you like to come forward, mate? You want to? Carl just written something for Pop. You all right, buddy? You all right? You all right? Do you want me to bend that?
Yes, please.
All right, you all right, buddy?
Hi, if you don't know me, my name's Koa. I was Pop's great-grandchild. Yeah. Pop was the best Pop you could wish for. I remember when he came to our house and started painting, and I remember when he came outside and started to kick the football with me. Even though he was in a home, didn't stop me from going to visit him. Pop sung Doody Doody Doo when he was in the garden, and he loved the ride on lawnmower. I would hop on doing laps with him. When I was younger, Nan and Pop would be ready to leave our house, and I would jump into his Commodore and climb up into the back. And Pop would drive me to the gate. I would hop out and then sing out, "Pop, do a burnout." And he did with a big smile on his face while Nan was growling at him. Pop would always bring us things when he came to visit, for a visit. Bluey milk, ice cupcakes and new lollies to try. And lots of nice clothes Pop would choose by himself. When Pop visited in the home. When I visited Pop in the home, I always wrote a note on his whiteboard about playing a game of 8-ball or taking him for a walk. He always said, "Not today, mate." I thought I would bring an 8-ball table today to say it one more time. Hey Pop, do you want to play 8-ball with me today?
Yeah, I will. You want to take it home? Oh, I'll get it, sorry.
Hey Pop, do you want to play 8-ball with me today? I am so glad I got to spend my 9 years with you, Pop. I will miss you so much. You only need a big hug from me.
You're all right, mate. Good boy, mate. You all done?
Yeah.
There you go, mate.
everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Asta and I'm my pop's 9th great-grandchild. Some kids aren't lucky enough to meet their great-grandfather. I was lucky enough to have mine for 13 incredible years. Every first day of school, Pop would be waiting out the front for a photo, a kiss and a cuddle. And then after school, most days, he'd be waiting at the table with Woolworths mini cupcakes, mini chocolate milks and endless treats for Cora and I. Then there was the LOL doll competition with Pa. They'd both get me one and see who could get me the limited edition doll. If we didn't get it one day, he'd be back the next day with more. In the end, Pop, of course, got me the limited edition doll, and I'd say he was almost more excited than me. On a Saturday for lunch, he bought not only more treats but also McDonald's Happy Meals, 6 nugget Happy Meals. One day he turned up to our house saying, "I asked for 2 6 nugget Happy Meals," while holding 6 nugget Happy Meals. So Cora and I had 6 Happy Meals to share between us for lunch that day. Safe to say, whenever I have a Happy Meal, I think about that happy memory with my Pop and the giggles that comes with it. He'd wander around our garden or ride around on the lawnmower, humming the tune that anyone who was lucky enough to hear it would know what I was talking about. To my Pop, I was Asti. I have never liked being called this, but when it was Pop, it was alright. And the things I would do to hear him call me Asti one more time. The Friday night dinners, Nan's yellow potatoes that Pop would try to mash but Nan would tell him off and say he wasn't doing it right. The cakes and cupcakes that he'd spend hours decorating, and the amount of sprinkles that would sit in the cupboard because each time he went shopping, he'd buy more. But of course, there wasn't such a thing as too many sprinkles in Nan and Pop's house. My Pop's love radiated so much that whenever you were around him, you could tell how much he loved his kids, his grandkids, and his great-grandkids. But mostly, anyone who knew my Pop knew how much he loved my Nan. I can only hope that the man I marry someday looks at me the way Pop looked at Nan, loves me the way my Pop loved my Nan, and looks after me the way Pop looked after Nan. If the man I marry is half the man my Pop was, I'll count myself the luckiest girl on earth. Although, because I got to grow up with him being my Pop, I think I already am. My future kids will grow up hearing stories and knowing how good of a man their great-great-Pop was. I can't say it enough. I am so lucky to have had the last 13 years with you, Pop. It still honestly doesn't seem real that I won't hear Mum's ringtone 32 times a day, or that I won't see your smile when Koa or I, or any of your grandkids for that matter, walk into the room. You're back up with Nan now. Give her a big hug for me. And to Jill, Gran and Glenn, you cared for both Nan and Pop until the end of their lives. Now it's time for you guys to clock off and look after yourselves the way you looked after them. Thank you, everyone.
Good girl. So I'll just conclude by saying the kids spoke so well. Yeah, we're happy that Dad's at peace now with Mum. I should have said earlier, if you're going to bet on the weekend, gamble responsibly, please. And there is a 1-800 number you can ring. But basically, I'm going to declare correct weight. Right to pay, Kevy. Away you go, champ. We'll be punting for the days long. So thank you everyone for coming again. It's an absolute pleasure to have everyone here, and we appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. That was amazing. Also, Cohen and Asta, those tributes were just beautiful. We're now going to open up the family photo albums again, and there's going to be some photos dedicated to all the grandchildren, and you'll be able to see in them how much this man was such a fun and loving Pop. Please enjoy.
Tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this one's gone crazy. And Grandpa, take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so hazy. lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come when they, was the promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Families really bow their heads to pray, daddies really never go away. Oh, 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 Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Oh, oh, oh. And Grandpa, everything is changing fast. We call it progress, but I just don't know, no, no. Oh, and Grandpa, let's wander back into the past and paint me a picture of long ago. Did lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come when they, was a promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Did families really bow their heads to pray? Did daddies really never go away? Oh, 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 Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Do lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come when they, was a promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Do families really bow their heads to pray? Do daddies really never go away? Oh, 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 Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Oh, oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Oh, 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 tell me about the good old days. Oh, 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 tell me about the good old days. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy. And Grandpa, take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so hazy. Did lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come when they, was the promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Did families really bow their heads to pray? Did daddies really never go away? Oh, 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 Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Oh, 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 oh. And Grandpa, everything is changing promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget. Families really bow their heads to pray. Daddies really never go away. Oh, 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 Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Do lovers really fall in love to stay? Stand beside each other, come one day. Was a promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Do families really bow their heads to pray? Do daddies really never go away? Oh, 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 Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Oh, oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Oh, 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 tell me about the good old days. Oh, 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 tell me about the good old days.
Today, Kevin's story has been told and his life has been honoured. I'll shortly say some closing words and we will recite the Lord's Prayer, and there'll be a time for you to come forward and say your own personal goodbye if you wish. And you all have memories and stories of Kevin, and that's why getting together after a funeral is important, to let his legacy live on. His family warmly wish to invite you all to please stay for a cup of tea and some eats, and there's also something a little bit stronger in the back fridge if you feel like a beer or wine. And Kevin's family wish to sincerely thank each and every one of you for your attendance here today and for your love, care and support shown to them. It's greatly appreciated. I now invite you all into a gentle time of reflection. We're going to have a time of placing petals on Kevin's coffin as a personal gesture of thanks and farewell. Hooker is now bathed in love from all those beautiful flowers. Before we say our final goodbyes, I now invite you to please join me in the words of the Lord's Prayer, which are also on the screens. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Kevin, today we have celebrated you, we have honoured your life, but most of all, we pay tribute to that constant love and loyalty you always shared so willingly with your family. May you now rest peacefully with your beloved Nita. May the years you shared together be remembered with gratitude. May the love of your family surround you. Go gently, Kevin. Your family are here, they've walked with you, they've loved you, and now they let you go. Tenderly and lovingly we commit Kevin Johnstone for cremation. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. Kevin, may you rest in eternal peace and finally be at home with your dear Nita.
And they're off. Hooker gets away beautifully, straight onto the leaders. He's travelling strongly in the early stages. Hooker out in front and doing it comfortably. They head down the back straight now, and Hooker is still travelling beautifully. The field comes past the stands. Hooker leads. The crowd is right behind him, cheering him on every step of the way. They head towards the final lap now. Hooker still in front. He's been a wonderful competitor, and today he's got one final race to run. Around the final turn, Hooker still leads. They straighten for home. The crowd rises. Hooker is asked for that final effort, and here he comes, down the home straight. Hooker in front. 50 metres to go. Hooker is clear. 25 metres. Hooker in front. 10 metres to go. Hooker will win. Hooker crosses for line first. What a finish. What a race. And what a champion. The winning post has been reached one final time. But Hooker's story doesn't finish here. Because while his final race may be over, the memories he leaves behind will keep running forever. Rest easy, Hooker. You've had your final run, and you've gone out a winner.
You stay a little while, keep me safe, 'cause there's monsters right outside. Daddy, please don't go. I don't wanna be alone, 'cause the second that you're gone, they're gonna know. Before he went to bed, he grabbed my hand and said, just 'cause I'm leaving, it don't mean see me in the middle of the night. Just close your eyes and say a prayer. It's okay, I know you're scared when I'm not here, but I'll always be right there. Even though I'm leaving, I ain't going nowhere. Dad will be late, and Uncle Sam don't like to wait. He's got a big old plane that's gonna take me far away. I know I act tough, but there's a churning in my gut, 'cause I just can't call you up when things get rough. Before I left
won't you stay a little while? I never thought I'd see the day I had to say goodbye. Daddy, please don't go. I can't do this on my own. There's no way that I can walk this road alone. Daddy grabbed my hand and said, just 'cause I'm leaving, it don't mean it